Here you have before you a box of clementines. The brand is Bagu, B-A-G-U, and they're a product from Spain. If you read carefully on the box, it says protected with wax and thiabendazole and imazalil. I ask people, do they really know what they're eating? Even though we think we're doing the right thing and getting the right products, and wish that we had the answers. We know nothing. I don't even want to Google or I don't want to put these words into Wikipedia because there's a good chance it's going to be bad for you. And then I'll be like, well, it's not really worthwhile to eat these delicious clementines. In a time and a space where knowledge is so readily had, it's really painful to know too much. My parents tell me, stop being so curious. My parents tell me, stop wanting to help the world. My wife tells me, it's none of your business. My children tell me, you talk too much. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm very proud to be who I am. And I am definitely a product of a lot of those opposites. I wasn't talked to. I was always told to believe something because it's right, because somebody of age and respect said it. It's a shame. It's a shame that we don't question authority. It's a shame that we don't question what's right, what's good, what's healthy. And it's a shame that life takes on challenges that weren't really meant to be challenging. For example, one of my favorite comedians of all time is Mitch Hedberg. He was an observational comedian and he died of a drug overdose here in New Jersey. We pay homage to him maybe every year or once a day when we think about, who has impacted our lives. People like Mitch, I've never met Mitch and I will never meet him. Maybe through his next of kin I can get an idea of what he was all about. But his wife had written somewhere, I am an anthropologist. And I said, you know what, that's exactly what I am. Because I love to study the mannerisms of people, and I love to study what and how people think because of this or that situation. For example, if I know you grew up in Queens, and if I know you went to city schools, and you were from a working class environment, I know that you love the finer things, or quote unquote the finer things. You love Cartier, Bugatti, you love Bulgari, Fendi, Chanel, etc., etc., etc. Those sound like women's names sometimes. And it's very surprising to see people wearing all of those brands and nonchalantly showing them off. But we all want people to recognize the nice stuff that we wear and use. And that's why I show you a box of oranges. Actually, clementines. Let's be very particular and specific. These are called clementines and they're delicious and they're good for you. They have lots of vitamin C and they're a healthy snack until you really look at what's in them and on them. They're protected with wax and thiabendazole and imazalil. I wish we could live life in the raw and live and eat in the raw and talk in the raw and just be more raw. Eddie Murphy's classic comedy set movie title was called Raw. Let's live and be a little bit more raw, everybody. And remember, we're on this planet all together to live in harmony, to live in discord, to live in conflict and peace and war, just not all at the same time. Thank you for your attention, and my message will always be closing with love unconditionally. That's our purpose. Take care, be well, live long, and prosper.